Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot oracle, your daily insight on life and love for May 19th, 2022, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, this might be relevant for you, or not so much, somewhere on the spectrum. I'm not quite sure where. It's your individual storyline, but it's general collective. Don't ever force these to fit your life. You can always toss this. If you have questions about booking a private reading or a session, seeing what services I provide in addition to readings, go ahead and find the description, go to the email address, send me an email, start a dialogue, or you can find me on the social platforms at Raising Savak. Can't talk for a moment. I don't know. Anyway, it's the @ RAISINGSEVAK. There's no spaces, underscores, punctuation, or numbers. It's one word. Why am I being so anal about this? Well, spam accounts, and they have been messing with everybody. I'm not playing. All right, you. So let's kick this reading off. Again, it's General Collective for May 19th, 2022. Somebody is coming back with a major apology. This might be you. This might be somebody that you are dealing with. Somebody is making an offer, and I'm seeing this as a form of apology. This person feels like they dealt with a straw that broke the camel's back. They don't want to fight anymore. They want to move on and they want to heal. They see how the disruption in their life has really caused a lot of endings that I think they did not expect or get the gravity of the situation at the time. So, tower moments, they're feeling the fallout of that right now. Somebody is realizing the fallout of all of their actions. The consequences are following them right now. Again, this could be you. This could be somebody that you are dealing with. They're falling on hard times based off of what seems to be not being able to, I guess, juggle so many things in their life. So it feels like an emotional offer that is being made either through you or somebody that you are dealing with. They just really want their life back. They want a sense of peace and joy in their life. They want their people. They want a sense of belonging. And, you know, I totally get that. But this is going to be something that is going to be an emotional journey for them again, or for you. And it's going to be something that really has to grow at a new point, because I'm looking at the fruits that are ready to harvest on here. The payoff is going to be during the I guess not trying to right the wrongs, because there's no righting the wrongs. It's in a way not just apologizing for it, it's really changed behavior and proof of the changed behavior. And I know that that's probably not what you'd expect in this, but proof in the changed behavior is what's going to bring about the sense of belonging. I feel like everybody in this has their arms up or their guard up, and it's not fun. And I know that you know how this goes. It's not fun feeling like somebody is hearing you, but it's not emotionally letting you in. Whether it's right or wrong, it's the response of no. So the next card that we get is feeling like it's going to be the same deal as before. So in making these changes, there's a lot of apprehension of, oh crap, there's nothing that's really holding me back except for, it seems to be the opinions and the values of others. And it seems like it's hopeless. Like nobody is going to change their behavior. I mean, you're probably working on changing either your behavior if this is you, But on the opposing part of this, it feels like, what if I change but nobody else does? Because, you know, obviously this isn't just a one-way street. Yes, you are faulted, but so are other people. And you know what? Other people admit their faults, and sometimes we can't admit our own. And that's something that we need to hold ourselves accountable to. And what I'm seeing is, you know, holding yourself back, because what if this is just a one-way street for you? What if they don't change? What if this is all hopelessness and not being able to genuinely start again and have things be different this time? That happens a lot in toxic relationships. So if this is somehow in any way, shape, or form a toxic relationship, I don't care if it's romantic or platonic, I don't care what the dynamic is. If it's a toxic, abusive, illegal relationship of any kind, get the F away from it. I am not playing. I don't want you getting hurt. I don't want anybody getting hurt in this. So we have somebody who's not really ready to begin this journey. This might be you and your apprehension, feeling like you're not going to be able to do it, feeling like you haven't used all that you can up to this point. What makes you think that you can have the discipline to use it moving forward? There's a big judgment time where you are going to be shown what you are genuinely made of. And this, I think that if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, they're going to have to address their need or dependence on, let's see, trying to get, I guess, the approval or the love and care from somebody who really, they were foggy, they were strict, they were stern, they were honest, they were truthful in their own right, they were hardened. And I feel like this person was intimidating for you. Not that that's a bad thing. The intimidation isn't always a negative thing. So this is somebody who, not quite sure if they are cloudy in their own head or not, or maybe if they're just stubborn. But I see that you are going to start defending yourself probably around this person. If it's not anybody who's actively engaging in your life, then it's more than likely just, I guess, the repetitive cycles in your life that has been brought about by this person, which that happens a lot. Sometimes when we look back at our actions and our patterns through our adult life or through our formative years, we start to see, holy crap, this is a response to this. Oh my God. And some of the people who I've been lucky enough to meet or work with, even they in themselves have realized that a good portion of their personality traits have somehow linked and connected to a trauma response. And that's not anything to be ashamed of. The acknowledgement of it and the awareness of it is your advantage to change it. So again, this is either you or somebody you're dealing with. And I know you're probably sick of hearing me say that in this reading, but I'm not sure if this is you or them. Maybe it's both. But anyway, defending yourself around this person is going to lead to, I think, the wish fulfillment that you want, the outcome that you want, and maybe even more, because we have the Ace of Wands after this. So there's a new route that's coming into play because you are getting the wish fulfillment in this. So I'm going to look at all of these. I feel like you're different, but this is probably one of the most real points that you have about yourself, because it doesn't really look like you're hiding your authentic self. It doesn't look like there's a facade going on. It really feels like, okay, I feel good. I feel good that I told this person how I felt, or even to the degree, I'm so glad I told this person to go F themselves, or even that you just cut contact, whatever the degree is, the way that you stick up for yourself and get yourself the support and help that you need is all the all the difference. Yeah, I couldn't find that word. This is going to lead to, out of nowhere, this wave of confidence, and it feels like finding a solution. Confidence and solutions. I feel like you're knocking it out of the park with this. So, what are some things that you need to watch out for? So we have this, which is overextending yourself in this particular aspect of the reading. This is going to create the same stupid wave, just with a different image over it. So it's not easy, and it's not going to be fun at that respect, but you do run a chance of overcompensating it to some degree, whether it's in relation to this person or how you try and contain yourself. And I see that it's an issue with being seen and exposed, and still in that overextension, having complete disharmony. Is this going to be all for nothing? You do have the ability to get really down in the dumps with this, more than the average person. I want to say more than the average person, because of course everybody gets down in the dumps. It's human nature. We need that sense of polarity. You got to know what it feels to be in the ditch in order to know what it feels to be up in the clouds. You have to be able to appreciate the difference. So this, yes, it does have this air of being in a low place that is beyond average. So this is currently what I'm looking at. This is where all the disharmony comes in. Feeling like you're starting at square one all over again, this endless loop. And that is a real possibility for you. I'm getting pulled to the wisdom of the oracle. You treasure island in chaos and conflict. But come to the edge. You haven't fully prepared for this. So this is starting off with an apology. What is the apology about, Spirit? Okay. The never-ending story is in reverse. All right, so feeling like you're running out of time with somebody. Do you feel like you're running out of time? Like either you're going to be gone or somebody's going to be gone, or life is going to take you in entirely different and separating directions? Okay. So you're not ready yet. There's beauty to be withheld in this, but it's going to be messy, and you're not ready for that mess. That mess, it seems like you're never going to get it settled, and you're never going to get the closure. You really work and walk on eggshells around this. Okay, Indigo, you're highly sensitive. Yeah, it normally puts you in high intense situations as if you are the leader. You're probably a leader of sorts. People probably come to you for advice more often than they don't, even if it's somebody who doesn't take the advice. Now, isn't that a pain in the arse? I like to call them ask holes. ASKHOLES. I said what I said. I forget where I even heard that. So that and the relation thing that I said. I remember the relation, fill in the blank, thing that I like to say. I definitely got that from a Dane Cook stand-up from like, I don't know, 15 some odd years ago. Hysterical. What you stand to win in this is clearing out all your personal blocks so that you can actually have some sort of insight as to what is the insight to? Singing and dancing? All right, it's going to give you insight to not only reading your situation, but what your options are and what is to come. All of this is about your ability to read the room, read people, read the situation, and decide the best course of action that's going to leave mostly unscathed. But it also talks about how sensitive you are and the need to escape from that sense of sensitivity. So for you, this might be games, it could be alcohol, it could be substances, it could be people's and what goes along with the body. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything that distracts you from your normal day-to-day or the utter consumption of your sensitivities. I do feel like you will be able to channel them even by standing up for yourself against whatever your oppressor was, and learning to let your authenticity shine through and acting upon that, I think, intuition, divine inspiration. One of my good friends who I love and adore, she is, she's a very wonderfully religious woman, and she talks about acting on, divine inspiration or, God inspiration. And I thought that that was really beautiful because she's listening to it without judgment, and she acts on it even if it doesn't quite make sense to her. And this always reveals and does something that is massively positive, if not just for her, but for others, and getting to a need that otherwise would have needed to be met. And what I love about it is she's so real about it. She'll, talk about how sometimes it feels like she's doing something that is dumb, but she's still going to do it anyway because she has faith that God is leading her in the right direction, or she's afraid of feeling foolish. And everything that this woman does is neither dumb nor foolish. She's actually somebody who I greatly admire. So this, even if it doesn't make sense to you in this moment, when you listen and hear and act on spirit, this is going to lead you to even a deeper connection. But not only that, the purpose and why you are here, and it's also bringing about the insight as to what people's true motives are and what you can look forward to. It really does awaken your psychic gifts. Now, if you follow all this advice from this reading, what is it leading you to? First off, you're not repeating any cycles. You're looking at things through a higher perspective. The building blocks, this is how you want to represent yourself, what you want yourself to be made out of, how you show up, and also, are you in line with your fate? Are you doing what's true for you? Or are you just doing what has always been? So the observer is step back and watch and see, I guess, where the difference is and how you can appeal. But how appeal? What are we appealing to? What are you watching out for? And why you have an urgency of time. Okay. This is going to take off the constraints of time. It's going to lose its sense of urgency. It's going to gain a sense of passion. I think a lot of the upset, it's a change in direction too. A lot of the upset that has occurred, and I think that is being amended right now, is everybody trying to condense their own individual timelines and lining them up with everybody else. This reading does feel like it's over the place, all over the place, but I honestly feel like it has a trail. A lot of actions and reactions of this and toxicity in some of the most important relationships in our life have been based on a sense of morals that weren't lining up or in line with others, and putting the same gravity of morals from others on the same timeline with different sets and standards, and different time priorities in their life. So it feels like everybody was against everybody, and that nobody was listening, and that people were trying to take advantage, and people were putting way too much of a load on their back, just trying to get things done. And it feels like all of that weight became too much, and it broke either you or whoever this is. Again, apologies are happening and in order. And I'm not saying that you're gonna be like, sorry dude, it's not always gonna be like that. Sometimes the best apology is the changed behavior and stepping into authenticity. So this is going to open up inspired action between you and Source, and it's really going to change your image, your outlook, in the direction, and not only your physical life, but in the physical relationships and the directions they were going in. And this is also going to let people's true morals and authenticity shine through, to where you can see if something is compatible with you without you always having to push it along. So I like this. You are getting the realest of the real of the people around you. So I want to call that the reading for May 19th, 2022, again, being timeless. So yeah, if you're catching this in time, this is probably what's going to be happening now in the near future for you. If you do have questions about booking a private reading or session, seeing what services I provide, sales, discounts, availability, time zones, go to the description and reach out through the email address, or find me on the social platforms, again, @ RAISINGSEVAK. I'm never going to message you telling you I selected you for a reading, or that I'm trying to sell you crypto. I'm not trying to get you to get sponsored. It's not that. I'm never going to be that person. So feel free to reach out to me, start a dialogue, and I would love to connect with you. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. So I feel like you're getting a new start in life. I feel like you're able to actually start saving resources. I feel like you're starting to really live a life of independence and free of a lot of money squalor. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but you get what I'm saying. I see that this is, without question, a new lease out on life. I don't feel like it's like a second chance. I feel like it's the chance, if that makes sense. You are really working on moving on and healing. You don't want to fight anymore. You've already been broken. This is long stemming in your life. It's a lot of old wounds that have really been your navigation system in here. It feels like a lot of rejection. A lot has been breaking you down mentally and emotionally. It's not even in the actual form of your environment at this point, but this is now an internalized echo that is in your head. And I see that somebody's inviting you somewhere. There might be an invite either for a job or for a move. Somebody's sending an invite your way. You're scared about this, and I also see that you're afraid that it's not real, and also that it's not even that it's just not real. It's also the fact that it's not real and it's a trap. So I kind of want to look into this. We're missing the Ace of Swords. So this not showing up, this is nothing new. This has been coming for quite some time. And I want to look at the outcome. So it's not news. Let's see. All right. And then here's this. Okay. So you're afraid that all this work is going to be for nothing, and that the work that you're going to do is going to drain you even more. But the truth is going to come out about this. Let's see. Ooh, please don't fall. Here we go. All right. The truth is going to come out about this, and a lot of it is going to be your wounds of just being used and discarded. And I feel like you're battling a really significant mental health issue. I'm a big mental health advocate, so I want you to use your resources to get help. It's coming about now as this invite. This is judgment time for you. So it looks like this is the final nail in a very painful time period in your life. This could span through, if not most of your life. You do have the strength to get through this. You are going to get through your imposter syndrome. And then, ooh, come on, dude. Too many cards, Spirit. One more card. Come on. Come on. You're going to get through the imposter syndrome, and you will finally feel like you do find the place where you belong. There is a sense of community there, but there's also a sense of companionship there. It doesn't have to be romantic, and you're going to get over this major sense of loss, all that time, all those efforts wasted. This is going to start to heal with you. Oh, you had been broken, but you are in repair, and you are going to be stronger and more beautiful than ever. So there's news and messages that are coming in from some sort of really overbearing, pushy, annoying, very arrogant, feminine energy. I don't like it. It feels like toxic femininity. It's genderless. I don't care what the gender is. It's not about that. But whoever this is playing on emotions and playing head games. And they still see you as naive, dumb, inexperienced. They're about to get a mouthful from you because I think that you can see them a mile away. You're very much in your emotional feminine right now, and it feels emotionally sensitive, contained, and mature. They're looking at you like you have never grown up, being treated as not only a child, but somebody who they see as an idiot child, and you're neither of those things. So there's some sort of two paths that are coming up, and I see that they are going to try and have some sort of an effect in that one. It feels like they're trying to get this skewed and favor in their direction. But you always tend to be really high on that guidance of yours about people and situations. You're hypersensitive. I'm just going to say it like that. You will come out on top of this. You will be able to choose the greener path and not let this person bully you into submission. I really feel like that's part of their gab. Like they want you to be intimidated to somehow utilize you. It's like you don't realize how amazing, how beautiful, how strong you are, and they're just taking total advantage of that. And we have the Hanged Man. I feel like this is not necessarily feeling stuck, but having to look at this in an entirely new way, unattached, because the person who's coming and giving you messages, I feel like they would have gotten the emotional reaction out of you in the past and not so much now. It's going to be kind of refreshing in that respect, where you look at them and you're like, you're an idiot. So this, it feels like, it does feel like this is somehow regarding business. This could be business, this could be personal business, but business nonetheless. There's a ton of wands in here. I know that it's going to be stressful even having to engage them, but it's going to still be empowering. It's only going to be brief. And I see that there's a whole new cycle that's coming into play after this. So how you respond and react to this and what you decide to do with this person or show them who you are is going to, I guess, show what this new cycle is going to be. I'm interested. Okay. Tell me about the new cycle. Tower moment. All right. It just knocks everything into fate. Oh, yeah. All right. So it's going to be slow. It is a new beginning. It is coming out of nowhere. This is going to be long-term. Why am I seeing the Knight of Swords in reverse? Okay, because it's going to be, it seems like the battle's going to be forever. It's actually going to be over sooner than you expect. You expect a long-term battle up ahead and nothing getting easy, and then all of a sudden, bloop, here you go. Truth is going to be coming out, and this person is going to be what you would consider to be just bad news, bad business all around. You don't want to deal with them. They're continually going to disappoint you. So, okay, since you have to go in another direction, let's see, you're gonna take whatever the financial loss is on this, or whatever the materialistic loss is, because that little pullback is leading to so much more fortune and so much more structure and power in your life. It's just a little bit pullback, but you are going to show so much more growth after that. All right, I'm satisfied. I hope you enjoyed the message. Okay, so you're going to have whatever the anxiety or stress is alleviated, and it is going to be a new start, and it's going to be a lot of work. It seems to have a lot of promise, but it's going to burn you out. I feel like it's not necessarily the company. I think it's the task at hand. You don't have the confidence in it. You don't feel like you have many good options that are going on here. And normally you would have probably stuck around this and tried your damnedest to make this work. But what I'm seeing in here is, first off, it's going to play the part that you need it to play. So it'll be good for a little bit, good enough to get you to the next step. But this is going to be something that ends up failing in your life. But you, the whole lesson in this is learning when to walk away, learning when to cut your losses and take your pride and ego out of this. This is dealing with, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be career, but it is a theme in your life. So this might be business or personal business or business with others, but it's some degree of business, whether it's for financial or personal. It is going to lead to failure, but it's so important that it does lead to failure. You have to recognize where the failure is in this and to cut your losses and move on to what seems to be more fulfilling endeavors. And we have the Eight of Cups here, which is all about materialism. And, you know, well, Eight is about materialism, but the Eight of Cups, this is about staying away from negativity, which I don't think that you would have done in the past, staying mobile, and also learning when to let go. So since you're not being fulfilled, you're going to take your own cup and fill this up elsewhere. What the heck is this leading to? Ooh, you don't have to defend yourself to anyone. You're going to let somebody go. You're going to cut your losses, and you're not going to defend it. You're not going to explain yourself away. This is a big power move on your part, and you're going to go through a whole personal change. This is going to involve big spending on your part, but that investment is going to yield a wealth of success. So you might be going on a bad business venture with some people who are either friends or family. It's going to prove to be bad. It's going to prove to be garbage. You're going to have to learn to jump out of that stupid boat and go and invest in your own thing. So this investment in yours, I don't want you to be afraid of this idea lack. I'm not telling you to be illegal or irresponsible, but this is saying the investment that you're doing is going to yield the wealth payoff for this one. So it's telling you to have confidence and trust yourself and know that the payoff is going to be very validating for you. All right, cool. I would like some of that. All right, have a good one. Interestingly enough, I think that somebody's going through a breakup. They don't know if they're going to make it through the breakup on, you know, with their, it's not their lives. It's, they're not going to know if they're going to make it through without a great sense of loss. This breakup that you are going through, let's not even pretend it's not going to be hell. The thing is, you want your own life. You want your independence. You want to thrive. You want to not be owned or on lockdown or just stuck. You don't want to be, you don't want to lose your life to that. It feels like unable to escape, backed into a corner. It feels like all those things. But you are claiming your freedom, your wealth, your independence, your sense of self, this fruitfulness in your life, and this confidence, consistency, this sense of power. Power feels so good in this. But there has to be an exchange. So you, I guess, are getting rid of some sort of toxic relationship in your life. This might involve a breakup. It might involve a divorce. I'm not telling you to drop everything and run. Don't think that I'm doing that. But if a relationship is toxic, abusive, or illegal, I don't care what the cards say. Make sure that you and make sure that you're in a safe space. And if you have kids, obviously include that. If you have pets, obviously include that. You get what I'm saying? And I don't care if you're male or female. That's not what this is about. Make sure safety is a big thing. Anyway, that's only if you have them. Back to the reading. Come on. All right. So lacking confidence. And this person is a giant a-hole. A manipulative, emotional a-hole. I don't like them. And they have caused you nothing but stress in your life. Now I get it. Some really even difficult situations, it's not all bad. There's some good points. Great. This person's still an a-hole. Stop trying to church them up. I see a whole new start that's coming in for you where you're not holding anything back. You're going towards the Two of Cups and the Two of Coins. So you're going to be juggling a lot. And I see that you're not only falling in, well, there's a potential to fall in love again. But I want you to find union in yourself first, because not everything has got to be based on a relationship. Some of you will be finding relationships much to your dismay. Trust me, I've already read the comments. I get it. Not everyone is looking for a relationship. Not everyone is looking for love. This might just be a union of yourself for yourself and getting your life together and finding your balance again, finding your equilibrium. But some of you might be finding that awesome relationship and also a very fulfilling life where you have multiple things going on at once. You got to give up the crap to get something good. So I really hope that this reading made sense. And the worst part, I think, is over. I want to see what this is bringing towards you. Alrighty, it's Two of Cups. Wait, not Two of Cups. Why did I say Two of Cups? It's the second card, and that's Yin. That's going towards feminine. Okay? Maybe Two of Cups means something to you. Maybe this is about love for you. I'm not quite seeing it that way, but Two of Cups is usually balance, fulfillment, reciprocating love. Anyway, enough about that. Here, we have two Yin, exchanging gifts in between worlds. Time to go clean it up. So listen, the two, the Yin is all divine feminine energy. It's dealing with the left-hand side of the body. It's dealing with past introspection, worth, love, and nurturing. So how do all of those things affect you? And I really want to bring this front and center to you, about you. How have you been fostering whatever your gift is? How have you been letting your life change? How have you been showing up in your life and letting yourself either be uncovered or embracing whatever this new gift talent is? I am seeing also a new gift that is, okay, so it's not new. I'm seeing a gift that's developing inside of you that is going to be part of this transition, and it's time for this part of your life to take off. You can't stay where you are right now, so it's like you're holding some aspect of this back, and Spirit is trying to force you forward. So what is this involving? Oh, it's involving you and your psychic gifts and the people who bring them out of you. So if you've stumbled your glorious way across this reading, you're going to be working with others and potentially delivering messages or whatever the insight is for you. I know that this is really uncomfortable and probably annoying for you to hear. It's just you don't want that responsibility yet, and you don't think that you are ready, and you're not quite sure how you're going to control it or contain it. This isn't something that you need to contain. You need to work on your filter and how you deliver the message. So this, what I'm seeing right here, is it's going to be something step by step. I really want you to work on and embrace your talent. This is bringing about your soul people, your soul tribe, who are going to not only help you understand your gift, they're going to help you put it out into the world. So for this could be anything from automatic writing to clairvoyance, mediumship, or, you know, healing, Reiki, whatever that healing touch is for you. but you have an amazing gift right now that's going to connect you to others, and you are supposed to use this with people. You are going to be using this with people. Now, I know that you probably don't want to, but there's some things that you need to clear out before you do this. And I think that after you clear this out, your doubt and your hesitance is probably going to disappear. You have a very important gift, by the way, so I want you to embrace this. I think it's reawakening inside of you. Okay, so this is going to be a message from either a loved one who's crossed over or from your main guide. It's the same gravity of message, but it might ring special to you. So whatever is coming to mind first, I want you to keep this front and center. You can pause and read, and pause and read. Oakley dokley. Yes, I just Flandersed you. To help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Okay, imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some might bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. And did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful and share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move through the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. And isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again in full circle in ways that you can't possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could only die, only to be resurrected years when you were really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in two directions. The one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the charted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present and you have come full circle, and now you will see that everything changes and is made new and is given hope. Loving you always, and we know and we love you so deeply, and we are very happy to support you. Love, Spirit. So whatever you had buried, that is really you, that is the authentic you, Spirit is saying it's time to let that come out again. It is coming to rise again, and it's time for you to fully embrace this. It is truly part of you. It's not anything you need to be ashamed of. It's actually a huge asset. So how can you let your true self be present? I hope this finds you well.